just a little reading update. I did decide to start my big book era with David Copperfield, since that is what Emmy and Carolyn are reading this month, because I thought it would be enjoyable to actually have a book finished in time for their live show, although the live show for this one isn't until next month after Catcher in the Rye. But still, I wasn't sure if it would take me like that long to read it. This is my first Dickens other than A Christmas Carol, which A Christmas Carol is like 3 chapters. It's really short. Boy, does this Mr. Dickens know how to write a book. I find his writing very enjoyable. I don't know, he has like these like little quips and stuff that are like quite funny. I guess I wasn't expecting from Mr. Dickens. Also, his ability to name characters that have names with amazing mouthfeel is just so, I don't know, he comes up with the best names. I mean, Copperfield, obviously. Our dog Fagin, we were originally going to name him Copperfield. We named him the name of another Dickens character, although we didn't spell it like the Dickens character. We spelled it the Gaelic spelling. Okay, some of these names. Macabre, Miss Murdstone, Peggotty, Mr. Creakle. Yeah, Mr. Creakle. Like, that one just really gets me. Like, something about that. Mr. Chillip, the doctor. These names are also pleasant to say. Like, his ability to name a character is just really... It's really fun. Not so fun, David Copperfield's childhood. Some sad little bits in here. Last night when I was going to bed, I just was like, I was thinking about little David Copperfield, how sad his childhood has been. I just had to snuggle baby Fox because I just was so sad. And it like made me miss my boy, even though he wasn't gone or anything, but I just was like, oh my gosh. So far it's going well. He's with his aunt, and so hopefully things kind of turn around for little Davy. I didn't think like I was gonna go into it and it was gonna be like a good time or anything, but I'm more affected by it than I thought I was going to be, with it being a classic. Like, it doesn't feel as far removed as it is. I mean, who am I to be like critiquing Charles Dickens? Good job, Charles. This is great so far. I'm like 25% of the way, I think, which is like shocking to me because I don't have a goal of getting through it like super fast or anything. I'm kind of having a hard time putting it down. Super quick talking points before I go to work today. It is Thursday. This is my first day going back after my quarantine from having COVID. I am very nervous to get to my classroom and see the state of things because my kiln was like half loaded. There were tons of clay projects sitting out drying. A new marking period started with my high schoolers. So it was a very inopportune time to be out with COVID. So I've got a lot of work to do. But reading wise, books that I have just recently finished: Daughter of the Moon Goddess, which I'll be honest, I enjoyed, but it did not grip me like some of the other fantasies that I have read recently. It was just 3 stars for me. Like, I enjoyed it. It was fine, but I'm not a fantasy person like by nature. I guess it's not like my first choice for a genre, but I have the second book in the duology, so I am looking forward to continuing with that and seeing how it all comes together. Another one that I just finished was Lessons in Chemistry. This was so good. Please read this book if you have not done so already. It follows our main character, Elizabeth Zott, who is a chemist, but this is taking place in like the 1950s, 1960s. So being a woman chemist is not the easiest thing in the world, and she is constantly fighting to have her ideas heard and recognized. She is approached about doing an afternoon cooking show, but she has like a really fun take on it because she approaches it as chemistry. And although the producers are like, no, not chemistry, cooking, we want cooking, she stays true to herself, and it was really, really good. And her dog 630 is like my favorite character ever. I want to get the UK version because the author has spoken out about not liking this cover, which I can totally see. Yes, this was fantastic. Last but not least, Cleopatra and Frankenstein. This book, each chapter is from a different character's perspective. It goes through them a couple of times, but I am so impressed with this writer's ability to make characters that you can connect with and care about on a deep level when they only have like their perspective for a chapter. As far as like a character-driven story, this was beautiful. Yeah, check your trigger warnings. But it was really, really wonderful. And Cleo, one of the main characters, is a painter, and so I really enjoyed seeing her development and her journey. Most of the characters all had really redeeming qualities, and you were really like rooting for all of them to be okay and for things to work out for them. I thought that was really amazing that she wrote in such a way that you were on everybody's side. Yeah, this was really, really well written and a really beautiful, like, character-driven story. Last but not least, my most recent threadless shirt. I am so excited about all of these cuties. I love the Universal Monsters. They are my absolute favorite. I have loved them since I was in middle school, and Blockbuster had all of their posters up because it was some kind of, I don't know, like anniversary, or they were like re-releasing the movies or something. I don't know why it was, but I fell in love with them then, and I have been in love with them my whole life. So.
Okay, I just got back in my classroom, and I have so much work to do. My kiln is half loaded, so I need to finish that first. And then I need to get the projects that are still in my classroom into the kiln room so that they are not being touched and broken by the kids that are coming in. And then I need to get clay prepped so that my classes that I have this afternoon, who I only get for 2 days this week, can do their clay projects because they're like my last rotation with clay, like phase 1. It's a lot. Here we go.
My mom and I just got back from a fun little morning trip to our favorite used bookstore, and then we went out to lunch at a new restaurant that opened up like right in our neighborhood, and I got some vegan poutine that was the most amazing thing. So excited to live within walking distance of this restaurant because that was delicious. I thought I'd do just like a little mini used book haul for Baby Fox, The Tale of Peter Rabbit. I loved Peter Rabbit when I was little. This was the one that I had when I was little, I believe. I thought it'd be fun to have a little board book that Fox would be able to play with and read and look at on his own. And then for me, I got 3 books. The first one is Queenie. This is just one that's been on my radar for a while. Every time I see it, like I'm like, maybe I should get that. So when I saw it there, I was like, yep, here we go. It's time. And then I got Colson Whitehead, Harlem Shuffle. I've heard wonderful things about this book. I have been very curious about Colson Whitehead for a while now, and I haven't read any of his books. So, 2-time winner of the Pulitzer Prize. Not only am I excited about the book, but that's a beautiful cover. Last but not least, I can't believe I found this used. The Grady Hendrix new book, How to Sell a Haunted House. So I was thrilled to get this used because I got like all of these books for the price of what it would have cost to buy this new. That's quite exciting. Another mini haul. I ordered some book sleeves from Created by Kelsey. She's also the one that does the sleeves for Olivia and Gabby when they do their Halloween readathons. I got matching bookmarks because Harvey Fox loves to take my paper bookmarks and crumple them up and everything. And so my bookmarks have not survived like after one book. But he's also pretty rough on my books. If I have it just sitting out, he will bend the cover and bend the pages. I decided that a thoughtful purchase would be getting a book sleeve. No zipper. I got no zipper style for both of them, but she makes them with zippers and without. I'm like super impressed because like David Copperfield fits in this paperback size like perfectly. It just slips right in and then it's safe and sound. And then I also got a hardcover size, but I'm super excited because this fits my iPad Air perfectly. Like it is a perfect fit. I bring it to work with me every day and I'm always kind of like nervous about it being in my backpack. They have like a soft cushiony filling or lining, or I don't know. I'm kind of thinking like maybe I'll get a second one in this size just so that I have one for my iPad all the time and then one for hardcover books. Like I'm really, really excited and really, really happy with my purchase. So Created by Kelsey, I highly recommend.